What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Let's Talk About It podcast, where we turn conversation into application. I am your host, Leon Reed Jones, and today we got a special guest. This is a former Midnight Golf alum, along with myself. Yes. She's an entrepreneur. She's currently in school studying marketing. Yes. Right? I bring you none other than Miss Sydney. What's going on, Sydney? How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good.
I'm glad to have you. Glad to have you come through. And so this title episode is called Boss. It's an acronym because you got your own business. You're doing your thing. You're a boss. And I created this acronym. It's called Builder of Something Special. So today we're going to talk about this boss here. So maybe you guys, when y'all see this, y'all will be encouraged to start that business, or you'll just be able to find out more things about becoming an entrepreneur. So I always ask my guests, who is Sydney? So if somebody walked in and wanted to know who you were, how would you describe yourself?
So honestly, I would say Sydney is a curious, hardworking, determined, driven, God-fearing, goal-oriented young lady that's just trying to make something of myself, you know? Like, I want to be the best version of myself, like, currently in the space that I'm in, with me moving to a new state, you know, my business, just everything. So, yeah. I'll kind of say that sums it up a little bit.
For sure. I love that answer. Yeah. And especially the part about, you know, God-fearing and driven. You know what I'm saying? Because you hear a lot of people say that, like, I'm God-fearing and I'm driven. And it's like, man, you kind of, if you know them, like, closely, you kind of see their habits. But, like, even looking at what you do from afar, it's like you trying to get all your clients in. You trying to make sure they had the best experience possible. Yes. So I can definitely see that even from like a farther lens. So I definitely appreciate that and can definitely like agree that you are driven and you want to be the best version of yourself.
Yes, thank you.
For sure,
yes,
for sure.
Try for sure.
Always. So what made you, you know, because again, like I said, this is a former Midnight Golf alum. Shout out 2017.
Yes, shout out to Midnight Golf.
For sure. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, if you're in the program, you know what that means. So we was a part of the Tuesday and Thursday group. You feel me? So what made you want to become an entrepreneur? Like, what sparked it?
So for me personally, I'm just going to be a little blunt with it. For me, I felt like I didn't want to work for anybody else.
For sure.
Like, I mean, in really reality, nobody does. But like, seriously, like, I had a problem with somebody telling me what to do.
For sure. That makes sense.
I just couldn't get over it. So like for me, I wanted to find something that I was passionate about and that made me money.
For sure.
Cause you know, people hate their jobs. Like I don't want to be that person that gets up every day like, oh, I gotta go to work, or like dreading to go somewhere that you spend most of your days, you know? So for me, that was it. Like, yeah, I gotta find something to make me some money.
For sure. And you're not the first person that has said that. Like, I've heard tons of people say, whether like talking to other entrepreneurs or hearing people on different podcasts say like, hey, I just wanted to do my own thing. I didn't want nobody micromanaging me, telling me where I got to be, this, that, and the fourth. Because, you know, eventually that gets tiring. But I have realized that everybody is not meant to be an entrepreneur. But like, you can tell those like yourself who are meant to be entrepreneurs and just had a, like you said, drive and, you know, faith of, hey, I can do this. I'm passionate about this and I'm going to put my best foot forward. So I love that, honestly, because somebody told me a long time ago, like, you should always own something, whether it's like you do nails, you cut hair, you selling t-shirts. Like, you should always have ownership of something. So I appreciate that for sure. And for the people who don't know, what is your business? Like, what do you specialize in?
So I started in 2017 doing lash extensions. And then it turned into doing eyebrows, so like waxing and tinting eyebrows. And then I went on to esthetician school and got my esthetician's license, and I got into doing facials.
For sure.
So I got into doing facials. Of course, they taught you like bikini waxes and stuff like that too. For me personally, that wasn't my lane.
For sure.
Lashes is really my lane. Lashes is my lane. And I do like doing facials as well. I haven't really took that as far as I can, but with the lashes, that's my lane for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sure, that's dope. Like, and just to see, like I said, when I saw it from afar, I'm like, dang, she got her own business. I'm seeing different videos and like, man, you just the people coming in, they reposting your stuff, all type of stuff. I'm like, man, that's dope.
I'm really blessed. I would say that, like, and it really matters, like word of mouth. Like that got me far. Is like my work ethic and like how I do treat my clientele. Because you're right, some people aren't meant to be entrepreneurs, as harsh as that sounds.
Yeah.
You know, like it's more to it than just showing up. Like you have to be considerate of your clients, you know, be professional. Like even the music, the tone that you set when your clientele comes in, that's what you attract. You know, if you play ghetto music or you coming in late, you might get those clients that come in and don't tip or not considerate, you know? So it's a lot to it.
And like you said, like with entrepreneurship, it's more than saying I want to have a business and, you know, telling all your friends. You got to put work in. And so like that's the biggest thing. Like I always tell people, everybody wants to do something until they see what it takes. Like, man, I want to own my own business, but hey, you may own your own business and it may be some seasons where you lose out on money. You may lose some clients. You may, you know, have a great idea and it, you know, may flop for whatever reason. You did the work, you did the research, but not everybody wants to like stay through it or push through even when it's tough. So like talking about, you know, how you became an entrepreneur, why you wanted to do it, like what were some things apart, like we said, we part of Midnight Golf and we learned different things in Midnight Golf. And no, a lot of people always will ask me, like, do y'all play Midnight Golf? Like, do y'all play golf at midnight? Like, no, that's just what it's called. Like, I don't know why it's called that.
First of all, we was in high school. Why would we be out at midnight playing golf?
Right, that's the last thing. I feel like with all the things we could be doing, that was to be the last thing that we would want to do at midnight. So like,
and I mean, we golfed, but like that wasn't it. Like,
like that was only for it to be called Midnight Golf. The portion of the program, it was like very small, but it was like we learned so much. Like we had different mentors, which I still keep in contact with my mentors to this day. Shout out Mr. Theo and Mr. Darius. But like, what from Midnight Golfer, as you said, being in school, being in college, or just your upbringing, what were some things that you learned from those three places that helped you in entrepreneurship?
So I would say Midnight Golf kind of put the bug in my ear. Like just kind of like, you know, being smart and really finding something that you connect with. For sure. Like I feel like they built us to be truly successful. Facts. Like within, you know, just going to school or like, and they didn't necessarily make me feel like I had to go to school, but like they just, I don't know, they just put me in this mindset like I just gotta get it, you know, by any means necessary. Use your resources and, you know, take heed to what people tell you and stuff. So I would just say that kind of put the bug in my ear. And, you know, the people that they would have come in and speak to us, they would have entrepreneurs come in and talk to us, you know, and those are the people that I would connect with, or like people with their stories, like, you know, my business wasn't always successful. I started from the bottom too, you know? So that was just like something that really motivated me and made me like, okay, I want to be my own boss. Yeah, for sure. And I remember those sessions, whether it was in the main room or when we broke off into small groups. And it was a guy that actually spoke at a mentoring program that I help out at now. His name is DeAndre Carter, and I still keep in contact with him. And I have his book, and I finally didn't crack it open until my senior year of college, and it was called Demanding Greatness.
And I just remember him speaking and how he captivated the room because like I had always wanted to be, not always, but I knew I wanted to use my voice in a positive light and be like uplifting to people. So when I heard him speak and he was from the city and all of that, so it kind of put the battery in my back like, yo, you can do this too. Or like you said, your business may have not always thrived, but I'm hearing it from another person. Yeah. They may not be doing the same career as me, but they're an entrepreneur like myself. And I know that it's possible because if they can make it, I can too. So just being around that, I always say, like, if I could do it over again, I would. Like, from like the sessions, all of it, like the trips, all of that, like,
and just like, I mean, I have notebooks still where I took notes and stuff. Facts. Like that stuff was just so important, and we were not being taught that in high school. Like I wasn't being taught how to like about taxes, about credit, about your business, just having an IRA and stuff that you need. For sure. Like that's stuff that they really taught us. Like I don't know, I probably wouldn't have known much if I didn't have Midnight Golf, about that.
And it's like you said, same here. I got the notes still, the different notebooks. I actually bring my Midnight Golf notebook to work every day. Now obviously I don't have no notes in there, which is kind of crazy for them to give me a notebook and not have the notes in there. But like it's just like I remember all the different things that they taught us, and like how when I put it to use, it's like, dang, this actually does work. Not that I doubted it, but it's like, it's so crazy how, like, when adults tell you something, you be like, you just trying to talk my head off. You just trying to be another person trying to tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? But when you actually get out on your own, when you gotta be in college or you have to have your own apartment or you move into another state, like you said, you see how valuable that stuff is, and how when you look at others, not to say that you demean them or look down on them, it's like you 5 steps ahead of the game because you had this information and you had it since middle school or high school or whatever. So definitely, again, big shout out to Midnight Golf for sure. And that's dope to hear, like how you took those lessons, still got those notebooks and those memories, and you stayed true to them, and it's shown the results of that through your business and just your life in general. Yes. And so as an entrepreneur, just to kind of help some people, like, what does your daily routine look like? Because we got the get ready with me's on Instagram. You know how everybody do that and everything. So how does your routine, how does Sydney's routine look like on a day-to-day basis?
Well, seeing that I am in a new state, I did currently just move to Nashville, Tennessee. I am attending TSU University, so I'm kind of focused on school right now.
For sure.
I did take a step back a little bit from my business. I haven't been as promoting as much in Nashville, but I am very blessed and fortunate that I have a clientele here that I come back here every month.
For sure.
And so that kind of works for me right now, like doing them, and coming in and out. But I would say just focus on school, praying a lot. Like I'm in a space right now where I'm really like changing and becoming like a woman for real. Like I was a woman, but like now I'm a grown woman.
For sure.
Like living on my own. Like I really prayed and asked God to put me in a space where I could just grow and be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
So like I think that's why he kind of like pushed me towards that way, to eliminate me and make me like hear him louder and just see the way my life is going to be, like how successful I will be, how my business, will grow. But I just got to step back. I got to get my degree.
For sure. I want
to finish what I started. So,
for sure.
So I would just say waking up, still keeping in contact with my clients. Like I still talk to them. Like my clients love me. Like they're like my family. Like those are my aunties, cousins. Like I love my clients. So just keeping up with them and just trying to explore in a new city.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. And so before, I know you said you had took a gap year. You had like 2 years off. So before TSU, where were you before TSU?
So that was kind of during the pandemic, and I I was kind of lashing during the pandemic, going to people's houses, letting them come to mine. But that was a space where I think everybody was just stuck. Like, you know, I didn't really have too much that I could do, you know, because everybody was scared. But yeah, I took a break from school. Like I said, the pandemic it just stressed everyone out. And like I'm a visual, like a hands-on learner. So like for me, online, it didn't work.
For sure.
That's why I had to take a step back.
Yeah.
Like I need to be in the professors' faces in the office hours.
Yeah. No, I can. It really didn't matter to me, but I understand how you feel because like being in education and being around kids, like I remember at a school that I was at called RSLA and seeing how the kids was on there. They was, you know, playing their video games. They were so fascinated that you could make a, you know, background and wallpaper. They more focused on like trying to come up with a creative wallpaper, posting Iron Man and Spider-Man, and they missing out on work.
Missing out on the lesson,
yeah, so I understand
it. So like a lot of professors and teachers, they didn't know like, you know, how to structure the online classroom, and like so many students would be online, it would crash out the system. Like it was bad. Like it was hard. Yeah. That was the hardest semester that I had, and that's when I was just like, look, I need a break.
Yeah.
I need a break.
For sure. Was there like, and hearing all of that, was there ever a time that you doubted like, am I gonna get this degree? Am I gonna go forward with my business? And how did that make you feel? Like what was those times or that time like for you?
So honestly, it was a point in time where I did just want to say like, forget it. Like, you know, maybe getting a degree isn't for me. Like maybe I shouldn't finish. Like I just wasn't feeling it. I felt like I was going to school for my parents. You know, I want to be an entrepreneur anyway. What do I need it for? You know, right. I was feeling like that. But I'm so happy that I did take that time off, because I got into this space in my head where it was like, I got to do this for me. I can't do this for anybody else. I can't go to class, put myself through this for nobody but me. So if it's something I truly don't want to do, then don't do it. Yeah. If you do it, and do it full throttle. Yeah. Like, so I really prayed on it, and I took those 2 years to really think and reflect. Like people probably didn't realize like, oh, she playing. She probably just want to have her fun. No, I was really reflecting, like trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And so that's why when I decided like, oh yeah, I'm going back to school. So like I told everybody, you know, I decided I'm gonna go back. You know, I want to finish what I started. They're like, okay. So they thought I was going back to Western, because I originally started at Western. So when I told them, I'm like, no, but I'm going to another state, and I'm gonna transfer and go to TSU. And this is actually kind of where Midnight Golf came in too, because when we did our college tour, I always wanted to go to a HBCU. For sure. But I'm the only child, so I didn't want to leave my mom around that time during high school, you know, and Western just kind of was like, just go here, you know, it's not too far, but it's far enough. It was 2 hours away. So I ended up just going there. But TSU, like, that was my second choice. I really did want to go there. So it was just the perfect time for me. Like I really like put it in my mind, like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna put it, you know, get away from the distractions here and just find myself. So that was the move for me. For sure. And were there any more options other than TSU, or you specifically, that prayer was like, hey God, wherever you want me to go, that's where I need to go? So TSU and Western were my top twos. So for me, honestly, no, it was only TSU. For sure. I'm gonna be honest, I did look at Clark at first, but I didn't want to be in Atlanta. For sure. I didn't want to go to Atlanta. So I went back to my first choice. I'm like, you know, I always wanted to go here, do it. Like, and I don't want to have any regrets in this lifetime. And I feel like that would have been a regret for me. Like, dang, I wish I went to HBCU to experience it. Right. Know? And I'm glad I did. I'm glad, because I'm doing it for me. For sure. Solely. Yeah. I'm glad I decided and took that time.
Yeah, and I like how you keep highlighting the fact of like doing it for you, because a lot of times you can get lost in like, oh, I gotta do this. Like even how you said, I wanted to stay back because I didn't want to leave my mom. Yeah. And like you can get lost and miss out on like something so spectacular for your life. Because it's not a bad thing necessarily that you want to stay back. You want to help your mom. You want to make sure she's good. You want to stay close to her. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it makes sense. But like you keep highlighting, which I love the fact, like, you got to do it for you, because I've told people numerous times, like, you know, you always hear like, do it for your mom, do it for your dad, do it for the city. Yeah, like, and all of that is well and good, right? But you got to do it for you, because you got to realize you the one waking up every morning, making sure that things are where they need to be, and not saying like people not helping you or helping you put stuff in place, but this is your life, this is your goal. And like, you know, God rest my mom's soul, like, she used to always tell me, like, and my cousin actually told me that my mom told him this as well, like when he was in school. He's like, you know, auntie told me, like, you can't do this for nobody else but you. Like, you can have whys and you can have people that motivate you to do stuff, but at the end of the day, you the one who make the sole decision. You the one who has to live with the decision. You the person that's going to either be happy with it or not. And not everybody's going to always be happy with, oh, I'm going to TSU, or I'm doing this, or no, we not doing this. Like, I'm going to move it in this direction. But you got to be okay with that, because at the end of the day, it's your path. You got to walk it. Some people don't know what it's like to be in Sydney's shoes. Some people don't know what it's like to be in Leon's shoes. And maybe they'll never know, but it's not for them to know. It's for you to walk. And like you keep saying, do it for you.
Do it for yourself, literally.
For sure.
That's big. And I mean, sometimes you just have to say, like, you know, the heck with it. Like, they're going to say, people are going to have something to say regardless.
Facts.
Regardless.
All the time.
That's why I just had to learn, like, to really, and it's not even about being rebellious for me anymore. Like, I'm not trying to be rebellious. I'm just trying to, like, find me, you know? Like, I'm 24, like, this is the perfect age. I don't have kids right now, you know? Like, no real responsibilities. Let me, do this for me.
Yeah, it's all a part of adulting, for real. Because like you hinted earlier, you like, you know, I'm grown, but now I'm really grown in terms of like my age say I'm this, but like when I take on the responsibilities, when I gotta do the IRA, or I gotta, you know,
find out about all this extra stuff that I didn't know about, like, and that's the business world. That wise, I will say school is helping me
for sure.
It's definitely skill sets that I'm like, dang, wait, I didn't think about that, or you know, the corporate side of things. So it's helpful.
For sure.
Definitely helpful.
And to me, I feel like even if you go to college, you stay, you don't stay, you need both sides, like, of, you need education, and I don't know if you want to call it, I say life skills, street smarts, whatever you want to call it. You need both, because like, there are some things, like I said, I was light years ahead of people because I learned it from my parents, and they didn't necessarily, like, my mom went to college, my dad got his associates, I believe. And it's some stuff that, like you said, Midnight Golf taught you that a university may not have been able to communicate in a way that you've been able to apply it. And that's why I love different things like mentoring programs and life skills programs, because, and I believe that all schools should integrate that into their curriculum, because it's some stuff that your math teacher may not have time to teach you, but if they bring a financial literacy, you know, expert in there, you're not only learning, you know, how to add money, but you learning, you know, stuff like compound interest and stuff like that. Or like, even if you want to bring an entrepreneur in, you come to a school and you know, show girls how to do this, that, and the fourth, or whatever. It's like those life skills, to me, even though I graduated, you know, I'll be thankful for my experience in college or whatever. Those life skills, you can't top those, man. And so it's a lot of things when you come to street smarts, life skills, that, you know, a lot of people or a lot of educators may not be able to, you know, give to others. So that's dope for sure. And just hearing your journey and, you know, the ups and downs, but you stay focused. Like my pops always tells me, like, son, the greatest story of a person is the rise and fall of a person. Like, you know, 1 minute people like, oh, Sydney, you doing your thing. But if it's like you're not bringing as many clientels in, it's like, oh, we ain't going to her place no more. And it's like, me and my cousin was watching something yesterday, you know, about Deion Sanders. And it's like, Cam Newton was like, that's how I go. The guy, I don't know if you know who Charleston White is. He was like, why are all these other HBCUs not getting the publicity, but Colorado, who's a 92% white school, is getting all this, pub because Dion is there. Mm-hmm. Had he not been there, we wouldn't even be talking about Colorado. And now Colorado ain't even winning no football games for real. So it's like you took all the shine off of and it really made me think like, dang, Deion Sanders, he this cool dude. And I ain't saying I hate the dude now. Yeah. But like, it just really made me think like, all this time, and Cam Newton was like, that's how I go. When you winning, everybody with you. When you losing, we got to go somewhere else. Yeah. And that shouldn't be the mindset. You like, everybody want to play for a winner. Everybody want to be around winners. Mm-hmm. But you had those down times. I always connected back to sports. Michael Jordan, he retired. He had to get through the Pistons and the Celtics before he was undefeated in the finals. LeBron, he had to go through the Celtics and different people before he got his first ring in Miami. Just like anybody else, you may not be an athlete, but you had those different trials and tribulations that eventually, create your testimony. So, you know what I mean? So that's big. I love that for sure.
And it's important to go through that too. Like it builds character and it builds like your storyline. Like it's a part,
for sure,
it's a part of who you are, and it teaches you things, so it's important to go through those ups and downs for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
And so hearing your story, hearing the different things that you had to transition and do, talking to God, having them different conversations about, God, I'm trying to, come into this era of myself where I only want the best for me and whatever that looks like in all the areas of my life. So what are some things that you hope to accomplish on this upcoming new year?
That's a good question. So I would say probably, I will say I'm a little nervous about expanding my brand in a new state. Mm-hmm. Just because Nashville is different. Sure. It's not like the city at all. And the people that I'm trying to reach this go around, I gotta move different and be on it.
Yeah.
Like, I just gotta, do it and stop being so like, well, maybe I should wait and maybe I should just do it. Like I can't be so in my head about it. Because it was a journey for me. Like when people think, oh, I'm gonna get up and just start doing lashes, like that's not how it works.
Right.
I've been doing this since 2017, and I'm not trying to like pop my stuff too much, but like people don't really know how to do lashes for real. Like it's a real technique and skill. Like you have to know how to seriously do lashes. It's an art. So. Anyways,
y'all took her through a traumatic experience. She had a flashback.
Yeah, and I actually had one in Nashville too. And I'm like, they don't know how to do lashes out here either.
Crazy.
So yeah, I would say just expanding out there for sure and just going for it. Like, reaching out to those people that I want to work with, or trying to get that clientele down there. So that, and then just, getting through school. I'm trying to
for sure
get done. I can't quit now. It's right.
Sure.
I gotta finish this go around.
I gotta go crazy one time.
So definitely schools in that, and then just living my life, just finding myself. I keep talking about God a lot, but it's because right now in this season, like He's just showing me so much.
For sure.
And I hear Him so much louder now. Like before. In the city with the distractions, I don't feel like I could hear Him as much. Like I used to be like, what do you mean God talks to you? Like, how do you hear Him?
Yeah.
Now I know what they mean. Like
for sure. That's what's up. Yeah. That's dope to hear because like without God, we won't be nothing for real. And I just love like how when people tell you different things or like you hear the different cliches or whatever, like, God ain't gonna give up on you, but it's not until you actually go through that or experience that. Like I was talking to my pops about it the other day. Like, he used to tell me and still tells me a lot of things that are gems, and like my mentors around me, family members tell me a lot of things. It's like, not that I didn't believe you, but it's like it hit different. Like when you got to experience it for yourself, like how you said, like, what do you mean God talks to you? But when you actually are in it, you like, wow, so this is what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope to hear. And honestly, because somebody may need that. Like I'm sure somebody needs that, whether on the entrepreneurial side or whether whatever you're doing, like just to know that when you speak to God, he gonna speak back to you. And a lot of times when we speak to God, we have to be okay with him telling us, like, sometimes, God, what you want me to do? Sometimes it may be saying, hey man, you got to be silent, you got to be quiet. So you, like you said, in the city, hearing all the distractions, I'm gonna move you over here.
Yep.
So you can be away from the distractions. And you may say, like, dang, like you said, it's new for you. Yeah. And it's like you so used to the city and what it brings. And
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm the only child now. I'm scared. I prayed about that. Like, is this the right move for my safety?
Right.
Like, yeah.
And you would think like it'd be backwards though, right? Like you hear, like you go to a different place, you from Detroit, and then you go to Nashville, and you think it'd be the complete opposite. They like, oh, we glad you got out of there, but you thinking like, because your circumstance, like you the only child, and it's new to you and all of that. So like, that's just, it's a part of the process, and you gotta be able to stay focused, you know. And when I mentioned the part about being quiet, I also say, like, a lot of times people feel like once God give us an instruction, like you hear people say, like, just let God handle the rest. Like, do your part and let God handle the rest. So they think like after I'm done praying or talking to him, like I'm gonna just let him do everything. But God assigned us a part in it too. Yeah. So let's say you talk to God and he tell you to move and you still here. You know what I'm saying? You may not get the clientele or the different things that you, even aside from business, like the different things that's helping you in your life as a woman or as a human being and an individual. You know what I'm saying? If you don't listen to that, I like to say, you know, be still, but don't be dormant. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference between the two. Like, you can wait on God and be patient, but dormant, you like, oh, I'm just gonna sit around, be lazy. Eventually, right? And like you said, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's beautiful to see, and that's dope to see. And hey, man, like I told you off camera, like you gonna get the degree, keep doing your thing.
I received that. I am.
For sure.
I am.
For sure.
And I just hope that people out there really see this and kind of see that it's not all beauty behind it. It's not, your story is your story. It's unique to you. You know, don't try to be anything you're not. Don't try to like overdo it because somebody else has this. Like, it's gonna come to you how it's supposed to. When it's meant for you to receive it, you'll receive it.
For sure.
So just keep going. Like, I had my ups and downs in my business. Trust me, like, it's not been easy.
For sure.
But it built so much in me. Like, within my business, it just showed me so much. It's hard to, I don't know, it's hard to explain it because as an entrepreneur, you just got to go through it because you don't know what you might come up run into. But it's a beautiful process, and I'm glad that I continue to, you know, keep going.
Long story short, Sydney said y'all need to do better with lashes.
Do better with lashes.
For sure. And now we're going to move into our next segment. It's called Let Me Get to Know You. So you are the second person to play the new variation of this game.
Okay.
So I'm going to explain it. So I'm going to say an artist, a movie, an actor, or something along that line. And so you're going to tell me, when I say the name or the place, whatever, you'll tell me their favorite song, album of theirs, or like if I say an actor or a movie, you'll tell me the favorite movie. So you ready?
I hope I know the actor.
All right. The first one, Drake. Favorite album from Drake.
Nothing Was the Same.
Nothing Was the Same. Why Nothing Was the Same?
Okay, because this boy in high school, he gave me the album, and I thought it was so cute because I loved Drake at the time, and I really wanted the album.
For sure.
And so he gave it to me, so that was special. Even though he took it back.
Sheesh, what you do to him?
What did I do?
He had to take it back for a reason.
I mean, I don't remember. I think I told him I didn't want to be like together. You know,
dang.
I just wanted the album.
Let him down. He thought, man.
You thought because you give me a Drake album, I was gonna be a girlfriend?
And look, he looked at the album. Nothing was gonna be the same. He thought that was gonna be for him, but I guess not. Sydney let him down. He like, dang.
I don't remember exactly what happened, but yeah, that's how it happened. Yeah.
Man, sick, man. Wherever you are, man.
You're petty. Why would you say that?
Wherever you are, man, we praying for you, man. Sydney ain't do you right, man. That's crazy, man. I'm sick. Will Smith. Favorite movie from Will Smith?
Will Smith. All I think about is a slap.
Man.
Dang, I don't know. I just think about summer.
Man, Will Smith done smacked Chris Rock. Man, I remember when I first saw it.
Yeah.
My homeboy sent it to me. I'm like, man, this got to be a stunt. Then when I seen what he said in the crowd, I'm like, oh yeah, it's over with. I say my favorite Will Smith movie. Probably between Pursuit of Happiness and iRobot. That may sound crazy, but Pursuit of Happiness, that was just
yes,
it was kind of crazy.
A great movie. Ugh, that was a great movie. It was so sad, but it was good.
For sure, definitely. I love the Pursuit of Happiness.
That's such
for sure.
a good motivational movie. If you need some motivation, watch Pursuit of Happiness.
Man, go into Netflix, HBO Max. Watch that tonight, y'all. Please do it. Summer Walker.
Ooh, over it.
Sheesh.
Over it. My girl, Summer.
What's your favorite song on there? Or some of the favorites on there?
I love the whole album.
Sheesh.
No
10 out of 10.
No skips.
No skips.
No skips. The whole album.
I got to do this one because this is my boy right here. Chris Brown.
Ooh. I can't remember the album name, and this was my album back then. When the one where he had it's never the right time.
Oh, that's the first one. Y'all wasn't there. Y'all wasn't there when we was rocking CD players to class with the headphones on. Y'all just know about the AirPods. We had the CD player, you know, with the big radio in Grandma's kitchen before Thanksgiving. But hey,
I was a crazy CD fan back then, like posters on the wall. That's what this sad. I don't remember the album name.
I think it was titled Chris Brown. Yeah.
Was it?
Came out in 2005.
Okay.
I remember it.
Yeah, that's when, all that was no skips either.
For sure.
For real.
Hey, I know y'all may say you biased because Chris Brown your favorite artist. Name me a bad Chris Brown song. You can't do it. Yeah. The man been out since 2005. We going into 2024. We gotta get him in props, man.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Y'all know this.
That he definitely is different. I mean, his songs are catchy. Like, even if, you know, it's something that you like, I don't know, it's still kind of a bop a little bit.
Yeah. For sure. You're like, dang, I don't agree with what he's saying, but his beat kind of hard. Netflix. Favorite movie on Netflix?
Favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they had Coming to America on there.
Hey, the first one or the second one?
First one.
Okay. She like the second one. I didn't even see it, so I'm guessing it might be trash.
No shade to them, though, because they tried, but it just didn't. It was a disappointment because the first one was so good, you know? And I just feel like all these classics they redoing, they just need to let them be. Like, why y'all want to redo?
Yeah, let it go.
I want to see The Color Purple, but like, why you want to redo The Color Purple?
Yeah, I was really shocked that they let that happen.
Me too.
Like, can we get Whoopi on the phone and see what's going on? Like, this is kind of crazy. Like, dang, this is wild for real.
I agree. But I'm still gonna see it.
Man, that be the thing. You be talking crazy about a movie, then you mess around, still go see it.
I love it.
But me for Netflix, I would say right now. I ain't gonna say that because I'd be lying. But I was gonna say the Sylvester Stallone documentary, but it was good. It wasn't like crazy, but man, I would say if they still got Paid in Full on there, I would say Paid in Full. And another big reason why is because my boy Cameron got a podcast with the rapper Mace, and that's a dope podcast. I like that. So that'll remind me of that. And then just like the whole, I feel like if I was a character in there, I would be Ace. Like, I'm real laid back. I'm silly for sure, but like, I'm real laid back. I don't be like when I'm out place, I don't be trying to be seen super hype. Like, nah, we good. Yeah. We just laid back. Ace, we good. We good. Usher. I feel like you're going to say confessions.
I was going to say confessions for sure. Yes. Yes, confessions for sure.
Confessions, man. These are my confessions. Some of y'all got to get them confessions out before the new year. Don't wait.
Yes.
Don't wait. Get them on now. Usher. I say confessions too.
Yeah.
Cause the part is funny, like, cause you can make a meme out of. He like, hey man, don't play like that.
Yes, don't play like that.
Like, hold on. Like, don't play like that. Like, dang, don't play like that at all.
Yes. Oh my God, that was the prime for him. I feel like that was his prime.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
That was really his prime, and he was fine back then. Ooh, yeah, he was fine.
She talking about, oh yeah. The last one, Tyler Perry.
Probably I could do bad all by myself.
The play or the movie?
I never seen the play.
Wow, that's crazy. That's the first time I heard somebody say that.
I've never seen any of his plays, and I really want to see it because I watched the documentary on Netflix, and I was just like in awe, like, oh my God, like he's really motivational. Like,
yeah, I still gotta watch that. I might watch it tonight.
Watch it. It's so good. Like, I didn't even know half the stuff that he went through.
Yeah.
I didn't know like he was from Louisiana. I think it's Louisiana. Yeah. I didn't know he was from there. Like, it was just a lot. It was good. So, yeah, I would say I could do bad all by myself. That was, like, you know, the number one, I feel like.
For sure.
Yeah.
You forgiving Charles from Diary of a Mad Black Woman or
not.
Still?
No.
Okay.
He could continue to blow them bubbles.
What about the guy from Medea's Family Reunion? Not forgiving him either.
What? Wait, was that?
He was the one.
Am I getting mixed up?
He was you got it right.
Okay.
You got it right. He was the one that was like beating on the and it was the two sisters in there. She had the kids and she had found a new love along the way. One of the sisters found a new love along the way.
Oh yes, that was a good one too.
You forgiving him or not?
No. He can go to jail. I don't even want to say what he can do.
No, the last time I said Family Reunion, and then it was the play Clash Reunion, but I'm gonna go a different route this time. I'm gonna still say Family Reunion, but I like the movie Temptations, and y'all might be like, "Dang, that's kind of crazy." You like the movie Temptation? Are you forgiving him?
Crazy.
Nah, you can't. I wouldn't even add. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy what he did.
He ruined her life.
Man, that was kind of crazy how he did it though.
I feel like after that movie, I was heartbroken. Like,
that was kind of crazy. No, that was kind of crazy.
That was crazy.
Harley was kind of different for that one.
Yeah.
Then I'm thinking like after Lance Gross saved her, she was all good.
Yeah,
walked away with a disease.
It was over, and it was nothing he could. I mean, what could he do? But you know,
fellas,
that's why them temptations.
Ladies, be careful out here.
It's not worth it on the other side. Half the time, it's not worth it.
You don't have to be a Tyler Perry movie. You don't. I'm trying to tell you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Right. For sure. Keep that motto. You can't mess yourself up. But Sydney, I appreciate you for coming through for the podcast. And, you know, again, wishing you blessings for your semester, all the different things you got coming up and that you're currently involved in. And I'm big on like giving people flowers. And so I want to take this time, if you got your business, you know, you want to do a quick commercial real quick and let them know like.
Yes. So first of all, thank you so much
for
having me.
For sure.
I'm so happy I came.
For sure.
But yes, follow me on Instagram. My business page is Fabulous Extensions with 2 underscores. And yeah, I'm looking to, you know, connect with people, looking to take some new clients. So if you want your lashes done the proper way, come this way.
She hit you with the proper way. Ladies, if your lashes ain't been looking right and you wonder why you ain't got nothing for Christmas, Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, New Year's.
It's because your eye look a little lazy.
Man.
And you need to get it done right.
Man, we don't need no cross-eyed pictures for the New Year's when the ball drops.
Or no ones that look like this. Have you looking like, what's Snuffleupagus?
Man.
No.
Come
Let's
to Sydney.
That in 2023.
Long story short, come to Sydney.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. And we're going to put our information in the link below. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Let's Talk About It podcast. We'll see y'all same time, same place. Appreciate y'all.